Okay, so YouTube algorithm has been showing me a lot of relationship advice videos lately, and well, some of them are good, but then it keeps on trying to recommend me videos from this channel. And you might already see the problem, but first I want you to read this description with me. Welcome to Psychor, where psychology meets philosophy. We explore the hidden forces shaping your thoughts, beliefs, and reality itself. This is not just self-help, it's self-discovery at the core. Subscribe and uncover the truths most never question. The core of psychology, philosophy, and human behavior. Okay. Why modern women are unhappier than ever. How society silenced men. Men chose solitude. Stop forgiving her for this. The solo male revolution. Dark side of empowerment. How feminine energy control you. The toxic masculinity lie. Weak, toxic, broken. When men give up on love, the masculine void. How she destroys your life. 7 psychological violence. Must watch video for... I can't see what that thumbnail says. How she really think about you. Why she kicked you in bed. She was taught to hate you. She'll never be happy. Single men must watch. What really happens after divorce. Wife's favorite game? Drama. This killed her desire. 7 sex secrets she hides, but want you to know. 10 signs she'll cheat. When wives hit 40, run. How she played the victim. Her secret sex desire. Why bad boys win? The less you care. Hardy eyes emoji. Trapped in her game. Sad emoji. Stop chasing her. Manipulated without realizing. Why women test men. I mean, pretty obvious, isn't it? Like, this is an AI slop channel. I mean, look at all these thumbnails, all black and white. This one with a little bit of red. Okay, these 3 actually had a little bit of red in them. But everything is black and white. There's a little bit of color in the emojis. It's just AI generated black and white images with AI generated captions that are crap. And, you know, I'll play you a few seconds of one of these.
There comes a moment in a man's life when he realizes he's been living someone else's story, a script written long before he ever had a say. Graduate, get the job, find someone, build the life, provide, protect, pretend you're fine. And for a while, it works.
Yeah, that's enough of that. AI slop. The script is generated by AI, the captions are generated by AI, the voice is generated by AI, the visuals are generated by AI. That looks like it was probably generated by AI. I mean, this description is generated by AI. It's a 2-month-old account from India with 500,000 views that's just making slop about, you know, women are bad. And there's like 2 videos here. Top relationship expert reveals secret to understanding each other, and top relationship expert reveals why men are fleeing from intimacy. Like, those are the only 2 that aren't just blatantly like women suck. And I watched one of these, I forget which one it was, but like I said, YouTube has been trying to get me to watch this channel, and it's so frustrating, because it's like, I want good, you know, legit relationship advice, but this is the kind of stuff that you get. I mean, Let's see what happens if we do women. Let's see, why do women? Why do you hate women? Why women are difficult? Do Gen Z women need men? Why do women leave good guys? Women don't love like men do. What do women want in a man? Okay, see, that one, what do women want in a man? That's good. Not all of these are bad. Let's see. Okay, yeah, all the ones that I've read so far are bad. The secrets of women who cheat. And what is a woman? Okay, that one's fine. Why do women become Karens? Addressing female disrespect. Why was I watching this one?
However, if the bully bumps into the target and the target says, "Excuse me," that person is now pegged as a target for escalation.
Okay, I don't remember watching that. There's probably a reason. Oh wait, what the hell? Whoa, okay. This is... Maybe this is the channel that I've been... This is... Holy shit. It's not even... Oh my god. I didn't even realize this is like a formula. Dude, because they look so similar. The old Saruman looking guy with a beard, AI generated black and white image, and then no way. Welcome to Psyche Depth, where psychology meets philosophy, and the surface gives way to the unseen. We journey into the deep structures of the mind, exploring the hidden forces that shape your thoughts, identity, beliefs, and reality itself. Through timeless philosophical ideas and cutting-edge psychological insights, our content uncovers the truths most people never question. This isn't just self-help, it's self-discovery at its core. If you're ready to explore what truly drives you and how to take conscious control of it, subscribe and start the descent into the depths of your psyche. Wow. Okay, so this one is older. It started in May, whereas the other one started in, what did it say, August? And this one's from the United States. It's got almost 12 million views. It's called Psyche Depth. And the other one was Psychor. But it's the same thing. Look. The reason women humiliate men in front of everyone. Why women only want equality when it benefits them. Some women... This is... God... Okay, it makes sense that the other one, why I didn't recognize it as much. This is the one that's really, like, shockingly bad. Like, look at these titles, dude. Some women blame men for everything until they need saving. Why every man needs to protect his privacy? I mean, that sounds fine, I guess. Wait, nope. It says, she turned your secrets into content in the thumbnail. Damn it. Oh... This is why arguing with a woman never works. How social media taught women to hate men. I mean, that's true, but, like, look at the thumbnail, dude. Come on, look at the thumbnail. The hardest part after divorce. A man's life at 35 plus. This is why men are done playing nice. And look at that thumbnail, dude. Oh my god. I'm over 35. What kind of woman is right for me? Okay, I mean, maybe that would be interesting. But, knowing this channel, there's no shot. Let's see, how many videos are on this one? 226 videos of this crap. Let's see, this is the one. Why some women go crazy when you tell them the truth. That was the one that I got recommended, and that I started to watch. Is that the only one? Oh, look, we got one of that. It's got a little bit of red. A little bit of red in the thumbnail. What is that? It will happen to you too. Being in a relationship with a married woman, what every man must know. Wait, being in a relationship with a married woman. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, forget about that. But there's a little bit of color in the thumbnail is what I wanted to point out. It's not just black and white. I mean, my God. This is just slop, endless slop. Look at all this. All made. We've scrolled this far down. And it's just 1 month ago. We finally got to 2 months ago. My God, this channel is... Yeah, the other one was bad, but this is, like, shocking. I mean, people throw around... Oh, look, there's a little bit of red in the thumbnail. How men should approach women without looking desperate. Pathetic versus confident. Okay, I mean, that's, that's real. But, I mean, I have no faith in this channel to treat that topic with any... Oh, God. Dude, I can't even read these out loud because they're so gross. Like, create sexual addiction? Are you... Yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to... Oh, God. The thumbnails here. Make her whimper. How to make any woman miss you like crazy. Good God. Yeah, so people throw around the word incel a lot. But let me tell you something. If you're sitting here looking at this, if you are subscribed to a channel like this, look at these views. 291,000 views on women's body language, signs of lust men always miss. Like, you're not going to learn information, useful information about how to connect with a woman on a real level from sitting here scrolling through this fucking channel watching 20 to 30 minute videos about how women are just horrible manipulators and how you should just use them for sex. And oh, look, we're starting to see some yellow in the thumbnails. Some yellow and red? Whoa. Oh my God, this one's got even blue in it. Dude. But yeah, sorry, I'm getting distracted. But I'm trying to tell you, like, what is incel? I'm not going to throw that word around because it gets thrown around a lot. It gets abused. Incel means involuntarily celibate. But incel is something that people identify as. It started over 10 years ago. It's an old thing. Incel has been around for a while. 10, 15 years. Maybe longer. Yeah, maybe even longer. But when it started, it was this community of people on, like, the second level of the web. They got, you go a little bit deeper than 4chan and you find, these old forum websites where these people would sit there and they would talk, and the conversations that they would have would sound a lot like these thumbnails and these titles. They're talking about how women just are the worst, and they're not responsible for the reasons that they are not attractive to women. Women should stop rejecting them. It's not my fault that I'm a fat slob who does nothing and has going nowhere in life and has no aspirations. I'm unlucky. I wasn't born a Chad, so, and that's where all the Chads, Stacy, all this terminology comes from, is those memes of people sitting in these forums having these conversations back 10, 15, 20 years ago. Oh wait, did we go far back enough to finally get out of the just constant slop about women? Yep, it looks like we did, because if we go back here, yep. Okay, there's a couple here. They started to experiment with. So it looks like they weren't getting a lot of views on just their regular psychology videos. You know, they had maybe one pop off here with 15,000, but most of these are getting like, 1,000, a few thousand maybe, even down into the hundreds of views. Why is my page not loading? But then they figured it out. They figured out the formula. This is their first video that popped off. 97,000 views. The shocking truth about women has been revealed. Schopenhauer. So they started making more about women. Dark truth about women every man must know. But no solutions to your inner emptiness. I can barely read that thumbnail. The harsh truth about women, and no one listened. Nietzsche. And then at a certain point they realized that they just need to make woman hater content. And it's sad because, I mean, how many subscribers does this channel have? 151,000 subscribers. And it's every single day. Sometimes 2 in a day. Look at that. 2 in a day. That one had 2 in a day. That one had 2 in a day. 2 in a day. Like, it's every day. I'm telling you, like, if you're sitting here and you're spending 20 to 30 minutes every single day watching a video about how there's no hope, you're never gonna get a girlfriend, you're never gonna have a fulfilling, meaningful, deep, personal, emotional, and yes, even physical connection with a woman. Look, you're not spending your time in a way that is going to lead you to success. It's like if you want to have a successful career, I want to be, let's say, I want to be a welder. Well, what kind of videos do I want to watch on YouTube about welding in order to be a successful welder? Well, I'm going to watch videos about how to get better at welding. I'm going to watch videos about, how to run a successful business. What are, the industries that I'm going to need to connect with in order to be a successful welder? What kind of equipment do I need? What's the best equipment? Not, going and watching videos about how welding sucks and, how the equipment is bad and, don't get into this industry because, I'm in this industry and it's terrible. You're not going to succeed that way. And it's the same thing with relationships. And I feel just... I feel fucking sad looking at this. Because I know there are guys out there that are watching this crap day in and day out. You want to know why men and women aren't having good relationships anymore? It's because people are constantly listening to media about how men and women can't get along. That's why we can't get along, is because we're not talking to each other. We're just talking shit about each other. So, yeah, let me see. I'll play you, I'll find the one. Where's the one that I watched? The first. There it is. Why some women go crazy when you tell them the truth. She hates the truth. And I was like, okay, that's interesting, because I know that there is like a stereotype of, women don't want to be told the truth. So, what does this guy have to say about it?
He hasn't
I'll
been.
go back.
Here's a question that'll make your head explode. Why is it that when you tell a woman the honest truth, she loses her mind? Not the sugar-coated, feelings-protecting, walking on eggshells version. The actual truth. You know what happens? Nuclear meltdown. Tears, screaming, "You don't love me anymore." But when you lie, when you tell her what she wants to hear, suddenly you're the perfect boyfriend. Let me explain what's really happening here, because once you understand this game, you'll never fall for it again. Women don't actually want the truth. They want you to participate in their delusions. And if you refuse, if you dare to inject reality into their fantasy world, that's when they go crazy. Not because you hurt their feelings, because you refuse to submit. You refuse to sacrifice your integrity on the altar of her emotions. And that, my friend, is the unforgivable sin in modern relationships. Let me give you a classic example. Do these jeans make me look fat? Every man knows this question. It's not a question, it's a test. She already knows the answer. She looked in the mirror for 30 minutes before asking you. She's not seeking information, she's seeking submission. Will you tell the truth and face the consequences? Or will you lie and prove that her feelings matter more than reality? Here's what's really twisted. If those jeans do make her look fat, and you say no, she knows you're lying. She knows. But that's not the point. The point is that you lied for her. You betrayed your own perception of reality to protect her feelings. That's the real validation. Not that she looks good, but that you'll compromise your integrity for her comfort.
If that doesn't sound psychotic to you, I mean, look, if you're a young guy out there who is just fed up with the state of modern dating, look, I get it. I mean, I got lucky and just happened to have a good friend that I met online that was willing to be in a long-distance relationship with me, and, we're working on getting married. And some people would say, I got unlucky, because it's like, well, you didn't just meet somebody in your hometown that you could just marry right away. Like, I know a guy who managed that, and I'm like, dude, that's crazy. Like, I'm so happy for you. He's got a kid now. Some guys do get lucky. But you know what? It wasn't really luck. He went out and he looked for what he wanted. She went out, she looked for what she wanted. And you know what he doesn't do? He doesn't fucking go on these YouTube channels and watch this crap. You know what he does? He works, he goes to church, he spends time in the real world, he's not online all the time. Log off. Stop watching this video. Why are you still listening to me? I mean, stop being miserable. I'm telling you. You gotta get out there. You gotta look for what you want. You gotta become the kind of man that is going to attract the kind of woman that you want to be with. Does the kind of woman that you want to be with want to be with the kind of man who is watching these videos? Or does she want to be with somebody who is strong and confident and competent, and that loves her and respects her, and that is somebody that she can look up to and respect and love and grow old with? I mean, if you want a woman who's going to respect and trust you, you have to be the kind of man that a woman can trust and respect. And I'm not saying that it's just going to work out magically. Maybe you'll just get really unlucky, and, you know, maybe you do happen to live in the one part of the country that just doesn't have a single decent woman around. But I can guarantee you that you will not find any decent women by not being the kind of man that a decent woman wants to be with. Does that make sense? I hope so. Anyway, that's enough yapping. That's enough blackpilling myself about the state of AI slop. But yeah, so it looks like Psyche Depth is the original, and then Psych Horror is the copy. Which is so weird. Some Indian guy made a copy like 4 months later. Huh. Anyway, God bless. Have a great life. Go out there and don't ever come back to these videos. Don't do it. Go out there and live a real life. God bless.